So like we've been doing this kind of concept of the brand scaling framework since day one, but it's evolved to now we have 3 KPIs that we care about. And those KPIs are conversion rate, like I mentioned earlier, average order value, and then sessions. And we use sessions and not traffic because that is the metric that Shopify tracks in the back end of their store that we want to look at. And we only work with Shopify as like a technology. So that's why we picked that word. So anyways, you take all 3 of those numbers and you multiply them together within like the same time period, and you're going to get basically your sales for that time period, because that's how math works. And so now you have a baseline that you can then kind of track your upside against and then make decisions based upon what your numbers are telling you. So, if you've got a 2% conversion rate, but you know that your website's 5 years old and you've installed 150 different Shopify apps and uninstalled them, and your code looks like spaghetti and the mobile experience is bad, but you still got a pretty decent conversion rate. What that'd tell me as an expert is that people love your product and they'll deal with a bad customer experience to buy your product. So if you give them a better customer experience, more people will buy it faster. Like your conversion rate will go up. So just take a look at your numbers. You got a 2% conversion rate, $75 average order value, and 100,000 visitors a month. Imagine what that would look like. I don't have a calculator in front of me and I don't have these numbers memorized, which I probably should, because I've done this spiel on a podcast probably a dozen times now.
Well, 2% to 2.5, that's adding 25%, right?
Yeah. So, instead of doing $100,000 a month, you're doing $125,000 a month with no additional ad spend. And that's forever. So that's why investing in a good user experience and like a tailor-made theme is worth it. And then like, let's just go down the line. You got a $75 average order value, but you have kind of no upsell motivators throughout the funnel at all. And so what those mean is like, you're just trying to add more stuff to the cart, but in a way that like the best way to think about this, and this is the kind of exercise that we tell our clients is, imagine if your store was a physical retail store, like a coffee shop, and someone's in front of you and they're buying your best seller. What complements that? Because all you're trying to do is be of service to them and like make their experience better. That's how you should think about upsells and cross sells and bundles. So then you start to bake those into the experience, because people want to spend money. Like people like to buy stuff, but they don't like to be sold. And sometimes some of those out of the box apps and stuff, it's jarring and it like takes you out of the experience, and that's not a good customer experience, and that's why those tend to fail. But when you can do it tastefully and it seems of service, then people will just start dropping hot money everywhere. Like they love to buy stuff. One that I really liked, a masterclass I think in kind of like how they operate like upsells, cross sells, and bundles is Merino wool, the Merino shirts brand, Unbound Merino. That's what they're called.
Yeah,
they have some really, really cool, slick motivators all over the place. So what I mean by motivators is like they've got on their product page, on their flagship t-shirt page, they've got like a little subtle upsell into a bundle. Like right on the product page, the cart's got these like free shipping motivators, like, you spend $7 more, you get free shipping, like all those things. They've got upsells like in the cart, in the checkout, post purchase, and they all work. Just making them work and look good is a little more difficult. But we like to tackle all that stuff, because if you can sell, if it costs you $25 to acquire a customer through Facebook and Instagram advertising, which is a realistic number in 2021, would you rather make $75 off that person with your margin of say 60%? You've probably only put, $40 in your pocket, or would you like to make $90 off that person because you sold them an extra pair of socks? So that makes your returns better.
So much of what it is actually just like, it's simple, consistent improvements,